Hello, today I'll be introducing to you a new solution to encourage and increase participation in cervical cancer screening among the culturally and linguistically diverse women in Queensland. In understanding the market, a total of 3.13 million women in the age group of 25 to 74 were screened by Queensland Health in the year 2018-2019 for cervical cancer. The problem was that there is no set target for cervical cancer screening and poor data collection at a large scale, especially the languages spoken at home and the country of birth of these women. Some of the primary issues and problems identified were related to emotional and cultural, lack of knowledge, personal preferences towards the screenings, and practicality of the screening process. The target behavior focused on culturally and linguistically diverse women in Queensland. Using the double diamond approach, the initial market analysis was carried out using the discovery and define phase to understand customer requirement and problems faced by them. We developed a how might we statement which will now be used in develop and deliver phase to come out with a solution to the problem using prototyping, testing, and refining. The design of the prototype is in alignment with Peter Drucker's basic principles of innovation, and the opportunity has been analyzed using the 7 sources, which are understanding the market changes, macro elements, missing factors, market structure, demographics, changes in perception meaning mood, as well as the use of new knowledge. Meet my persona Anna, who falls under the category of culturally and linguistically diverse women in Queensland. Her goals in life are to be healthy and live longer, but barriers such as understanding the health and screening system in Australia, appointment reminders, etc., make her life difficult. A better service system and experience of screening is what matters to Anna. My problem statement is how might we improve the user experience of cervical cancer screening for the culturally and linguistically diverse women. The initial idea was to make a commercially available self-testing kit for women of Queensland, which can collect data using the QR code present on the back of the kit and also register the women with the National Cervical Screening Program database. The idea wasn't efficient as it's not as effective as an actual screening procedure. The investment into marketing and R&D would be high. It won't solve Queensland Health's problem of encouraging women of culturally and linguistically diverse class to go for screening, and most women simply won't do it. Based on the needs of my persona, some design principles were created to support the idea of the prototype. They are quality and safety, integrative, customer-centric, inclusive, and digitally effective. For my prototype, I have merged two ideas together to create a linking prototype. For this, we have changed the user interface and the way in which information is collected by the existing YourQH app, which only has 1000 downloads so far, making it the point place to make some changes, followed by upgrading the environment of the screening clinic's waiting area to make it more soothing and calming experience for women who would come in for the screening process. Various customer trends have been used to develop the prototype and suit the needs of my persona. They are shaken and stirred when customer wants to be resilient, digital reality, connecting the physical world to digital antics, safety obsessed, concerned about the safety in this era of pandemic, craving convenience, which is easy and reliable experience digitally, and playing with time, which means maximizing utilization of the time at hand. A brainstorming session was done to create the plan for this innovative idea. This is how I brainstormed the idea of the application and the clinic model redesign. After this, a low fidelity prototype was developed for initial user testing, which helped to understand the content of the idea tested and more additions that need to be done to make the idea functional to develop the final stage. This is how my low fidelity prototype looks like. A similar low fidelity prototype was created for clinic remodel by creating a 3-dimensional model of the ideal clinic room with items which would be able to improve the experience of the persona during a screening visit. The idea here was to reduce the mental pressure and anxiety that patients face in clinics before their examination so that they would come back again the next time due to the quality of the before and after service provided. This is how my low fidelity prototype of the clinic looks like. Moving on to the high fidelity prototype, we'll be starting with the new application interface first. Here is how the screens of the application would look like after the change of interface. Here is the high fidelity prototype in demo mode being tested by the persona. As you can see, some additions have been made to certain areas of initial design of your QH app to make it more user-friendly for the persona's use and interaction. A chatbot Blossoms has been added to make the interaction with the application retainable and easy for the persona. Also, language change options have been provided in the application to make the persona feel connected to the system. The interface then takes the persona to an easy user tabs where she can track all of her health related needs. It provides a learning platform and appointment booking system, which is then linked to Google Calendar and Apple Calendar to set the reminder and track all of her appointments. This also helps Queensland Health to keep track of all the people in Queensland and their health records. This shows the interesting opportunities that lie in the potential of mobile health technologies, which can be used to target user problems. Moving on, this is the high fidelity prototype of the clinic remodel. Here are the before pictures which were taken at the local clinic in Brisbane. Here is what an ideal clinic waiting room would look like after addition of items and their proposed effect. Plants, which help to improve the emotional state of patients, add color to the room and reduce anxiety about the screening. Informational posters, which help the clinic to give out tips and ideas to stay healthy, helping patients learn more about their body and health. Tea, which helps to revitalize and calm down before the appointment. It helps to lower anxiety levels. Diffusers, studies have shown that aroma helps to reduce anxiety in patients. Comfortable seatings helps the patients relax their body before the screening. Interactive screen provides healthcare related information in an interesting and interactive manner, helps to educate the patients and build their confidence. iPad to scan the QR code on the patient's phone and to check them in for the appointment. My inspiration for this prototype was derived from Clad Assist app, which was developed by Western Health in partnership with the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, otherwise known as CISRO, and my interview and personal experience of going to a screening appointment with my persona. The prototype aligns with the client Queensland Health's objectives to deliver quality services, Queensland Government strategies and framework guidelines for cancer screening, and the state government's objective of safeguarding people's health. The prototype is developed by keeping in mind the various socially responsible behaviors which segregate into ethical and legal issues. The ethical issues are based on Lasnik's framework, which includes duty of fidelity, duty of gratitude by being helpful to the Queenslanders, duty of justice, which is by user genuinity, and duty of beneficence, which is by providing a better user experience. The legal issues can be divided into 4 parts which affect the prototype. First being the healthcare identifier and my health record system security obligations, which store data of patients in Queensland health systems. Second being privacy and confidentiality of the data collected under the Privacy Act of 1988. Third, safety of waiting area, which is under the Private Health Facilities Amendment Notice Act of 2019, and the governance of outpatient services. The desirability of the prototype for the consumers would be to reduce the knowledge gap, personalizing the experience, and encouraging the screening participation of culturally and linguistically diverse women in Queensland. The implementation of the plan would be carried out in 3 stages, starting from the rollout of the new interface of Your QH app, along with layout changes in up to 5 screening clinics in Queensland. Ongoing repairs and maintenance would go on for the clinics and application, with major focus on further development of the idea, proceeding it to stage 2 and finally stage 3. A dedicated team of telehealth operators and IT support staff is needed to make the idea successful. In regards to feasibility of the prototype, the table of expenditure calculation shows the individual pricing of items for both application development and clinic remodel items expenditure. Application development and design would cost around $50,000 for the first version of the application. For this, Queensland Health can contact its contractors through the Queensland Government Customer and Digital Group, which can then link them to either ServiceNow Professional Services or Application Development Services, which are both ICT developers and contractors for Queensland Government. An expenditure of $2,490 will be incurred per clinic layout. In total, this would be costing Queensland Health around $57,472 for stage 1 of implementation, which is well within the budget requirements. The risks involved with the idea are rejection of the mobile application, failure of the clinic layout plans, and lack of support from culturally and linguistically diverse Queenslanders in adoption of the application and clinic change program. The risk mitigation strategies will include collection of data and feedback and making changes to the services provided, scheduling ongoing maintenance routines, encouraging GPs to encourage patients to download the app and provide feedback for improvement, and organizing forum discussions to understand the service strategy and improve upon it. Thank you for listening. My name is Adarsh Verma. You have a good day.